Look at this. Are you seeing these spreads? Whoa! Whoa! Good grand rising, lovely people. Hope you all are having a great and fantastic day thus far. Today we want to look at an event that rocks the market from time to time every single month, the first Friday of every single month, known as NFP, non-farm payroll. And let's see what that news event looks like. So we are on forexfactory.com. Let's just refresh this page. Right, we are on Forex Factory, and this news event is happening at 8:30 a.m. It is almost 8:30 a.m. In about 2 minutes, this news event will actually hit, right? Non-farm employment change, and what that will typically do is you will see some volatility being entered into the market. So as a result, let's go to MT5. So essentially, we are on this broker here, ST Global Markets. Now, something that I want you guys to pay attention to, just observe. You're going to be seeing the spreads. So we have the major pairs, right? We can see EUR USD, right? We can see GBP USD. We can see USD CAD. We can see USD JPY. We can see NZD USD, right? And we can see EUR NZD, right? So this is not a major pair, but we still want to have an idea as to what's going to happen. So look at this. Are you seeing these spreads? Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Wow, rocking the markets for sure. So one thing I want you to observe is that the spread opens up really wide on some of these currency pairs when NFP hits, right? And of course, you're going to see volatility injected into the markets, right? And to think, some people try to trade these news events to try to catch these little moves, right? And sometimes when your account gets blown, you are left wondering why, like what would have happened. You know, sometimes some people have some very tight stop losses, and that will result in them getting stopped out right before the currency pair goes into their favorable direction, right? So it is obviously something that you want to pay attention to, at least be mindful of, so that if you have any positions open in the markets, you want to make your adjustments accordingly, all right? So even though we are on the 15-minute time frame on some of these currency pairs, we are on the 15-minute time frame, except for NZD USD, we are on the 1 hour. What I want you to also pay attention to, that even though volatility was just injected into the markets, right? For instance, it's a big candle on the lower time frame. But this is why it will be essential for us to really zoom out and go to the higher time frames on all of these currency pairs, right? So let's look at the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame. It's not going to look like that much, right? And people are trying to trade these on the 1-minute time frame, right? Let's give a little example. Let's see what EUR USD looks like on the 5-minute time frame. It looks like one very big candle, right? But it's only like 50 pips, right? If you go to the 4-hour time frame, well, it's just continuing to play out in its cycle. All right. So this is something I needed to point out to you guys. Let's see what's happening here. Yes, this is something I needed to point out to you guys so that you guys are aware of how NFP rocks the market with volatility. I hope you guys found value in this video, and of course, I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Have a great day, Royals. Cheers.